Good morning everyone, welcome to my kitchen, welcome to my channel. I'm just waiting here for my coffee to make. I've got espresso on the stove, and when I get that made, we'll sit down and have a coffee chat. Okay guys, so let's have our coffee. I don't often drink coffee anymore. I don't know if you have caught it on one of my last videos, but since I had surgery in October, I can't drink coffee first thing in the morning. I used to always drink at least one, maybe two, and the first few days after surgery, I just couldn't do it and kept trying and thought, this is dumb. So now every morning I usually have tea first, and then maybe later on in the morning I'll have an espresso. It's the only coffee that I can drink. I think I hear my husband home, which means it's probably going to get noisy. Okay, I'm sure I heard him. I don't know where he is. He could pop in at any minute. Anyway, so today I am going to later on be doing some cooking, and I will film that. But at the moment, I'm just sitting here enjoying my coffee and talking to you. I wanted to let you know about a project that I'm involved in. I'm just going to put you on the stand so that I'm not, no matter how much I try to stay still, I still can't keep the camera steady, and I want to drink my coffee. So I'm involved in this project with two men who have taken on the feat of going to write a book, and they want to have a compilation of different people's stories as they transition to plant-based or continue their journey plant-based. And you had to apply to be one of those participants, and I applied and I got chosen. And sometimes I just wonder what I get myself into, because yeah, my personality is not one to be involved in something like that. But you know, sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone, right? Anyway, long story short, so what it involves, it's a 6-month project, and they're writing a book, and they're including these people's stories in the book, and we have to be totally honest with the highs, the lows, the good, the bad, the challenges, the victories, all the things. Every 2 weeks we have a Zoom meeting together, and then just last week we had a Zoom meeting with the whole group. So that was kind of cool. So you're making new friends, connections, all the things. So the two men are PBwithJ, Jeremy Lalonde, who you've heard me speak about. He's the one that does the cookbook reviews that I've told you about, and I've tried some of the recipes and done some of his recipes on this channel. I will link those below. Glenn Mercer is the other gentleman, and he has a YouTube channel. So I will link both their channels below so you can check them out. They've both been on this journey for a significant amount of time. I'm not sure how long. I think Glenn longer than Jeremy. Jeremy has lost a significant amount of weight. He has lost about half of his original weight. I think he's around 180 pounds. Doing a plant-based diet, whole food, plant-based. So these are the two men that I'm working with, and they've been a real good source of encouragement and a wealth of information and knowledge. And I'm learning a lot about how to plan my meals so that for weight loss, but also for nutritional impact, right? I don't want to be deficit. So yeah, it's been great. And you know, I get free coaching and for agreeing to be part of this. So I'm pretty excited. Today I'm going to be making a casserole because I have stuff in the fridge that I need to use and wanted to do something different. So I'm going to make a Tex-Mex type casserole, and I'm basically just going to be throwing ingredients that I already have, but I will be making Jeremy Lalonde's cheese sauce recipe to go on top of it. So That's a plant-based cheese sauce, and so I will show that as well. Anyway, I'm pretty excited. 6 months, I'll keep you posted. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? We record all of our video chats, so I don't know if they're going to make a video to go with it. But it's just exciting, and it's nice to be part of a community even more. I joined the community on Jeremy's website, PBwithJ, and I've made new friends there. We share recipes. We, share struggles too. It's not all clear sailing, guys. I've had a few rough days. Mother's Day weekend was a crash and burn for me for many reasons. Not so much food-wise, but, I have really cut way back on my alcohol intake, and that weekend was not a good weekend. I'm learning that, first of all, I hate these holidays. I'm just going to be honest. Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, they're very painful for me for a number of reasons. Not just because of my parents, just the life stage I'm in and the changes that involves, and the way things used to be and they won't be that way anymore, and so many different things. And I'm finding it really hard to navigate these changes. Sorry. Anyway. But these holidays come every year. Whether I like them or not, they're there. So I have to figure out how to reframe these holidays. So starting with Christmas, I've just had some thoughts mulling around. I don't have anything concrete. All I know is I'm never going to have the Christmas that I used to have with all my kids here, opening presents, all that. It's not going to happen again. It's just not. And that's okay. That's how it should be. They have their own families. They need to start their own traditions. I understand that. I totally get it. It's exactly as it should be. It doesn't mean it makes it easy on my end. And I've just been thinking, I need to make Christmas more about Glenn and I. So one of the traditions that we had is when the kids were young, Glenn would every Christmas buy each of them a ornament, with the thought that when they grew up and they went out on their own or got married or whatever, they would take their ornaments with them, and that would give them a start with their Christmas ornaments on their tree and their traditions. So obviously I knew they weren't always going to be here, right? Although in my mind, I pictured us always all together. But realistically, that's how it was. And so most of them have taken their ornaments with them. And I thought, okay, well, I really like the Christmas tree because I like the lights, and I like just white lights. And so this past year, I put up the Christmas tree. I didn't put one ornament, but I loved it. And I was kind of mad when Glenn took it down. But now I was thinking, what if every year Glenn and I get each other an ornament, something that is meaningful, that symbolizes maybe the past year or an event that's taken place or something, and start our own collection. So I'm thinking that's going to be at least one part, and maybe how we spend the day will be different. I don't know. If you have any ideas, if you've gone through this and you've had to navigate these changes, if you could comment down below, or you just have some ideas, I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, because it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. So I haven't decided what to do about Mother's Day and Father's Day. Although I'm going to take some time on each of those days to grieve, to honor them, to grieve, to do something, and then move on for the rest of the day in the present, because I still have children. I am a mom. That's part of the idea mulling around in my head. And I'm actually planting a memorial garden. My mom loved flowers. I never really took a lot of interest. But this year I'm taking one of my raised beds and I'm going to make a flower garden and, you know, maybe add to it each year, change it, add different things. I don't know. Anyway, it'll be dedicated to her and to Paul. So that's my coffee chat this morning. Don't know what I put in this coffee. Anyway, I appreciate just being able to share those things here. And so my point being that through this book and the 6 months, we need to be honest about all these things as well. It isn't just about food. It's about doing life, real life, while eating plant-based and the challenges that that may incur along the way. And it's not going to be very valuable if we just candy coat and sugar coat everything and aren't real. So yeah, I'll let you know where that's going, if the book comes out, whatever. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to go get something accomplished. I'm going to do my cooking later on today. It's still morning. And I'll take you along with me then. Have a great day, everybody.